What's going on, family, friends, everyone's, y'all? I'm still giving a little bit of time, letting some more folks come on up in here. Shout out to the 13 we already got in the room. Make sure as you coming in, please give me a thumbs up. Oh, Miss Trina, hey, friend. Oh, hey, girl. Y'all listen, that's my bestie right there. When I tell you me and this heifer right here, ooh-wee. You want to know some shit about me? That bitch knows some shit about me, but you know what? She down like 4 flats in a Cadillac. She ain't finna tell y'all shit. That's my nigga. Make sure y'all share us out. Let the folks know that we are here. Y'all, we finna talk about this thing. What's going on? Liver of Life, Joseph, Arabella. I seen Fine Maria Elvis up in here. Tracy. Already, y'all, it's a trip. I don't know if y'all have seen the press conference from earlier, but if you haven't, we getting ready to watch it. Okay, we gonna watch it. We gonna go through it. It was about 20 minutes long. BK say, hey, she hadn't said anything. I guess she's still dealing with the trauma for the comments on social media. Girl, listen. When I tell you, I was up I was up at work, right? I made sure I took me a break at 2:20. I said, shit, I'm finna listen to this doggone thing. When it took me a break, listen to that whole thing, and it's crazy, y'all. It's a whole bunch of twists and turns and twists. It's crazy how many people had hope she was telling the truth. You know what? I don't want to be one of them peoples that's like, you know, I prayed for you, and you know what I'm saying. I don't listen. I want my prayers back. I don't give a damn what you say. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. I want my prayers back, okay? Because we put in a whole lot of time and effort into being there and caring for you. When come to find out, the whole goddamn time.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie.
You was a liar. 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 Lie. Lie. Lie.
It was all a lie.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
She ain't said nothing. No, she has not said anything just yet, y'all. Okay. Let me pull up. Let me give it about another minute and a half. Let some more folks come on up in here while I pull up the YouTube, the press conference from earlier. Like I say, y'all, it was a whole bunch of twists and turns and twists. Now, as we plan it through, of course, we're gonna break it down, talk about it, whoop de whoop, yada yada yada. But child, this girl here.
Okay, well, Auntie, before you play your video, could I say something?
Oh yeah,
you know,
sure.
I was up here. We was up here yesterday talking about this.
Yeah,
and I said, and I quote, I'm choosing to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm choosing to believe her. But if she lying, I'ma drag her by that wig she left in her car. And let me tell you, this slew foot heifer done tried the wrong one. Girl, I know you didn't. The way we was up here like, oh my gosh, Black women are finally getting national attention. And here you go. I don't know if you went to see Beyonce or you tried to get rid of that baby you didn't want, or it was because your ex was with a stripper. I don't care what reason you had. Let me tell you what you should have did as a grown adult. Girl, let me tell you, the way listen, the way that press conference was going on and the way my blood was boiling that entire time, I was like, I'm telling you right now, if I see you outside, we're fighting. On period.
You know, we fighting in the middle of the street with a big ass t-shirt on, no bra up underneath, no shoes.
Listen, I'm going old school. Give me the Vaseline.
She needs to go on the
Give me the Vaseline.
We was all rooting for you.
Listen. Really? Give me the Vaseline. We going old school. Middle of the street. We thumping. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't even care. When they say on site, this is what I need. I mean, come on.
As soon as I see you.
Get with it. Get with it, get go. It's a line, honey.
It could be Ruth Chris, it could be Olive Garden, it could be motherfucking Target. When I see you.
Listen. I was like, oh, I know she didn't.
Oh, she did.
And as the story kept going, I was like, oh,
girl, when I was listening to it, when I was, I mean, the shit was crazy. At this point, this bitch got abducted by Homie the Clown. We out here looking at so Bob.
My stupid ass was looking at my stupid ass was looking at when they showed her car driving up. My stupid ass was looking for the car, looking for somebody to roll up, and I was like, "There's nobody there." But my stupid ass said like 1,000 times.
Somebody that ain't there. That's why.
I felt stupid.
I just want it to be known that I can't wait for her to get sentenced. I'm gonna watch her trial and enjoy every minute of her being found guilty. And the way I'm gonna cheer for her when she go to jail.
She's not gonna take it to trial.
Hold on, y'all listen. If you have not watched the conference, you get ready to hear a lot of shit. Okay, Mama had this whole thing planned out. We don't know. I'm gonna play this. Whoever is eating chips or crunching on something in the back, baby, mute it.
Sorry, I'm packing her back. I'm about to get in my car.
Okay, I'm like, goddamn, them shits is good. What you eating, Lay's?
Funyuns.
You know they got that good crunch. Bitches and ridges.
I'm doing some last minute. We going to. We leaving for Philly, but we leaving for Philly tomorrow after work. So. You know, last minute packing.
I'm sorry.
Okay, y'all listen. We're gonna play this here as we plan it. We're gonna stop it and we're gonna, We gonna dissect this thing. But y'all go ahead and listen to this. This was the police conference that happened today. This is by Fox 5 Atlanta. This is where we're watching this on. I'm also gonna put this YouTube channel down in the comments. So you want to go back and check this out. Which didn't it sound like popcorn chicken? I was like, hold on now. There's fried chicken in there. That yard bird, girl, what you got back there?
What in the Ruffles potatoes is going on?
Real quick, just to interject. We're talking about food, and it just made me remember something.
Okay, let's play this, y'all. Okay, here we go.
I was gonna say my good news. Never mind.
Well, what was your good news? You pregnant?
Bitch.
Congratulations, confetti.
Stop it, y'all. Stop.
A food baby. I'm about to have a food baby because they started construction on the Jack in a Box.
Oh yeah. You're gonna have permanent bubble guts, bitch.
And I'm okay with that. Years of eating Taco Bell has prepared my stomach lining.
Miss,
listen, you can, bitch. I'm 43. That Jack in the Crack gonna fuck your intestines up. You better have
blow.
I'm sorry. I mean, I ate the Taco Bell chicken wings. I think I'll be good.
Baby. You ate Taco Bell chicken wings, bitch. You ain't had Jack in a Crack. That's a totally different thing, all right? You ain't from the ghetto. Wait. Ghetto, okay?
Wait, pause.
Wait. Come on, wait. Okay, somebody say something. Somebody thinking this.
Taco Bell chicken wings.
And them bitches was
fire. Y'all, and I've been drinking. I need to keep this online. Here we go. We finna listen to this. Shut up. We finna listen to this. Put yourself on mute.
Man.
And welcome to the Frank and Pam Bearfield Training Center. I'm Captain Keith Sescaleba. That's spelled KeithCzeskleba with the Hoover Police Department. Joining me at the podium today will be Hoover Mayor Frank Brocato, spelled Brocato, and Hoover Police Chief Nick Derzis, spelled Derzis. You may also hear from Lieutenant Daniel Lowe, spelled Lowe, of the Hoover Police Investigations Division. Mayor Brocato will make a brief opening statement, and then Chief Derzis will read a prepared statement. After Chief's statement is complete, there will be an opportunity to ask a few questions regarding this investigation. Keep in mind that this is still an ongoing investigation, so there may be some questions that we cannot answer. With that, I will turn it over to Mayor Brocato.
Thank you and good afternoon for you all coming today. You know, 6 days ago, our community learned about the disappearance of Carlee Russell, and it sent fear and pandemonium not just through our city, but the entire state and the nation as well. The media quickly joined us to get the word out about Carlee. Our community sprung into action, and they organized search parties, arranged prayer vigils, and they took other steps that I'm not even aware of to help in this situation. The Hoover Police Department quickly rallied multiple partner agencies, stopping at nothing to find Carlee. I'd like to take this time to say thank you first to the Hoover Police Department, our partner agencies, our wonderful community, and to all those that aided in some way in connection with this situation. As the days have gone on and more information has been shared, we know everyone has questions. The Hoover Police Department is known for being very methodical and thorough with their investigations. For that reason, we did not feel comfortable speaking in detail publicly until now.
Now that makes sense, because a lot of us was questioning, me being one of them people, like, why ain't the police coming out and saying something at least? But that makes sense, because they knew her ass was lying. And you gonna see at the end of this, they was giving her time to come clean with the shit. But you want to play stupid games, bitch, you finna win stupid prizes.
It is important that we share this information now so that our community can be put at ease. So at this time, I'll turn the microphone over to Hoover Police Chief Nick Dursis. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank everyone for being here today.
Blazer,
Besides me, stands
Blazer.
the team who played a significant role in this investigation. I want to thank our department, members of surrounding local law enforcement agencies, the FBI, Secret Service, United States Marshals, and ALEA for their assistance in this case. We said from the evening of July 13th, our focus would be the safe return of Carlee Russell. That occurred on Saturday, July 15th, approximately 49 hours after she called 911 and disappeared. From that point, our focus has been to determine Carlee's whereabouts during that time and what exactly took place. Let me say up front, this investigation is not over. We're still working this case, and we'll work in this case until we uncover every piece of evidence that helps us account for the 49 hours that Carlee Russell was missing. However, through the public interest, and in some cases, public fear that this story has generated, we owe it to our citizens to tell them the facts that we have uncovered. So I will give you the facts that we know today. On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee left work from a business at the Summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure.
Okay, I just want to pause that real quick. Now, if y'all remember from last night, we talked about that. There was a TikTok there where the lady had said, part of the text message was that she had got fired from her job that day for stealing some items. I don't know if that's significant to that or not, but also keep in mind what's significant that she took. She took a bathrobe, she took a roll of tissue, and some other items. They didn't say specifically what other items it was that she took, but we know she took a bathrobe, a roll of tissue, and some other items. Now, again, I don't know if that has anything to do with the text message that we seen yesterday that was in that TikTok where the girl had said that supposedly, word on the curb, what the people in them had said where she's from is that she had got, basically, the bitch had pulled a crash. She got fired for stealing some fucking boxes or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They caught her ass on not necessarily that, but supposedly she got fired from stealing some shit from her job. So they don't specify whether or not that was stolen items or not. So allegedly. But that's some significance. But again, keep in mind what they said. She took the bathrobe, the tissue, and the other items.
Ordered food from Taziki's at the Colonnade and traveled there. She then traveled to Target on 280, where she purchased some granola bars and Cheez-Its. From there, she remained in the parking lot at that shopping center until 9:21 p.m. when she drove to I-459. Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up to the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m. And at this time, we will play the 911 call in its entirety.
And this is what we were saying yesterday. When are we going to hear the 911 tape?
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
With over 2,400 locations.
Aside from the universe, get out there and work out.
Get to the flick.
That's the universe letting you know, get over and put her.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there's just a kid just walking by themselves. Oh, hold on. Where am I supposed to are you? I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Humber Bed, like you get off by the Humber Bed. Okay, so you're before that exit? Yes. Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Okay, towards Tuscaloosa or towards 280? Towards Tuscaloosa. Okay, and was the child on the left or right side? On the right side. Were they walking northbound or southbound? They're walking towards Tuscaloosa. Walking southbound, or how old they look? Like a toddler, maybe 3 or 4. Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them? Yes. Okay, are you with the child right now? No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though. Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there? Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, what kind of car are you in? I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz. Is it a sedan or SUV? SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazards on for me? Yeah, they're on. Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them? No. Okay. No. Do they look like they're injured? No, they don't. Are they white, Pakistani, or Asian? They're white. Okay. Is it male or female? I think it's a boy, a little boy. Right now? Okay. So is he wearing clothes? Yes. Okay. What is he wearing? It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper. And you don't see any cars anywhere? No, no cars anywhere.
Can I point out that that is a real petty lie?
We all know that.
Like that's
petty lie. That's a dumbass lie.
Like you're on a busy ass interstate and there's no other cars around.
Yeah.
My name is Carlee Russell. And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct? No, but I can't really see they're not good. Okay, try to keep an eye on them for the best you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them. Okay. All right, and do they have shoes on? No. Not that I can see. I can't really see that. Look. Okay. All right. I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but the officers are on the way, okay? Okay, thanks. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Carlee called a relative after speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards.
6 football fields. Bitch, I can't even see half.
Nigga, I only can run 2.
And this is at nighttime. This is at 9:30 something at night. Like I said, that bitch was a superhero. She had X-ray.
She had to have been.
But let's keep it moving. My bad.
The Hoover 911 Center.
Sorry, did you want to say something, baby sis?
I was just gonna say that though her story initially sounded a little fishy, and I have made the comment about this is why you don't stop for white folk. I still stand by that statement, but the fact that she just named off, you know how like the white women back in like the 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, when they wanted to blame something on the black man, they would just be like, it was a black guy. It was a black guy. She did the stereotypical lost white child. No socks, no shoes, no pants, just a t-shirt.
Exactly.
And I have a question. Like, do you think she actively ignored the fact that her pants were on fire? Or do you think like she was trying to like put it out as she's coming up with a lie?
Girl.
And also, one more question. Do you think she had like a can of gasoline next to her too? Or like she was just good with her dry ass fucking toes? I'm going to assume.
To answer your question, no, that was the entire 911 call right there. In its entirety, because if you we'll play it again if y'all want to listen to it again, but the 911 operator asked her if she would stay there, and keep an eye on the child until cops show up, and that's when she was like, oh yeah, absolutely, sure. So that was the entire 911 call right there, supposedly what they're saying. And Nia, yes, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
I'm sorry, I have one more question. How How bad is your life going that you got to steal toilet paper? I thought she was in school to be a nurse.
No, that's why I believe she's going through one of those psychopaths, one of them paths. She's going through something because toilet paper, a robe. If you think about it, when we go to a hotel, yeah, you can take the robe, you can take the toilet paper, you can take the accoutrements that are there. You know, you can take them. They're not gonna. There's no beef. They're not gonna call the police on you because you took the extra lotion and the shampoo. But for her to go elsewhere is crazy.
If you hard up on toilet paper, go to the $1.25 store. Toilet paper is literally $1.25. You can panhandle for that.
Finish playing this.
I don't think that's it.
Yeah, I don't think that's it either. I don't think that's it either.
No, she was going through something.
Yeah, she was going through something, but we're gonna finish playing this and then we're gonna give some more commentary.
Received a second call from Carlee's mother stating that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for Tzatziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located anywhere around the scene. Hoover police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee. Additional resources were called in to include our own.
One thing I wanted to also point out, did you hear that they said they found the food that she ordered, which was the Tzatziki's, they found that in the car. They found her in the front seat was her purse with her Apple Watch and her phone in it. No, her Apple Watch in it. And then like her phone and her wig or whatnot were found in the grass by there. But the bathrobe that she took, the toilet tissue, and the other items that she took that they didn't mention were all gone.
The granola,
including the snacks that she bought from Target.
Oh, she just wanted to go camping. That was it. She wanted to go camping and not have a tent. That's why she had the towel or the bathrobe. And then maybe she thought she'd go on a 49-hour fast with nothing but snacks. That's all.
I think she was going to run through the forest or something.
She could have came with me.
They came within 5 minutes. All right.
Her story is so convoluted, it's crazy. Past crazy.
That is absolutely right.
I mean, did the police come in 5 minutes because the baby was white?
That part.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if she was white, it would've been
I'm
a
sorry, was that
different
a real question? Does a bear shit in the woods? Was that a real question?
Does he wipe his ass?
All right, let me finish saying this.
Pardon me, sorry.
Crime scene investigators, numerous detectives responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounding local and federal agencies assisted Hoover police in the search for Carlee Russell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case. Those searches all turned up empty. Private citizens, including search parties organized by her family, friends, began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center receives a call from Carlee's residence stating that she returned home on foot. In subsequent investigations, detectives obtained surveillance footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone prior to arrival at her residence. She was conscious and speaking with paramedics when she was transported to UAB. Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. Detectives, the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded, but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail after giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data included several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case.
Y'all, hold on to your lace fronts, bitch, because this is where the shit get wild. Listen to what this bitch was searching right before all this shit happened. She had a plan. Y'all listen to this.
I was gonna say, like, we ain't learned our lesson. If you're gonna do searches, do it from a public library computer
or a burner.
All right, listen to this. Listen to this.
On July
That's why I think you need to
11th
break.
at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched.
This dumb bitch.
On July 13th
Super
at
dumb.
2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "Birmingham bus station" was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted.
Taken.
There were two searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time. We've asked.
Now listen, just that alone makes me think, just for privacy issues, what if the theory about her wanting to get a termination done was actually true? And because of this subject being so sensitive, they want to, you know what I mean? That makes more sense.
I know what you're saying. I think this is a process of her trying to put on airs for everybody to believe that she's this. She wants everybody to believe that she's this type of person, but she's not that person.
Exactly, because of who her family is and because who her mom is, and she doesn't want to hurt them, or she doesn't want to be
Who's her mama?
This in any sort of way, because you can clearly see in the interview with the parents, her mama pretty much, I mean, the daddy didn't want shit to do with that.
The daddy was pissed off. You can tell, when daddy, he was pissed.
It's now because he knew it was some bullshit from the start. Like, y'all got me out here in front of these goddamn white folks. But okay, let me finish playing this because there's only a few more minutes of it left.
Asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see, there are many questions
back a little bit
of those searches at this time. We've asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see, there are many questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case. Thank you very much.
With that, we'll open the floor for some questions. Please raise your hand and I will call on you. Carol.
Chief, do you expect any charges against Carlee Russell in connection with the disappearance and in connection with what was taken from the Woodhouse spa?
Right now, our focus is to determine those 49 hours, so the investigation continues. So to be perfectly honest with you, that hasn't even entered our mind or been discussed.
One more question. Is it
We try to get this video a thumbs up for me. We have not done so. Please thumbs up the video.
Well, I think the family has stated to us that they didn't think that in her mental state right now, because of trauma of the incident, that she's not ready to talk, is what we've been told.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, question for Chief. You stated that the abductor had orange hair. Was this abductor black male? Was it female? Black female? White female?
I believe it's a white male. Am I correct by saying that? Was it ever? Yeah, white male.
We just got us out here
Is
looking for
this
Krusty the Clown.
alleged abductor yet on loose in the Hoover area?
Don't believe so.
Chief Brittany Dion, WBRC. Has a toxicology report been done, and were any drugs or illegal substances found in her system?
We have no report of that.
Is any indication of mental illness in this case?
There's been a concern in the community that if this turned out not to be a true story, that the next time a young woman of color was missing, that it might not be taken seriously. How would you respond to that?
I'd respond to say that we investigate every crime to the fullest, just like we have this one.
Now, why you gotta lie,
Was she
dude?
traveling with anyone? Excuse me. Was she traveling with anyone since the time she disappeared? To your knowledge?
And not to my knowledge.
Chief, I know you said you weren't able to verify a lot of aspects of the story. Where do you think she went? How would you characterize what happened to her?
You know, that's the $100 question. You know, we pretty much know exactly what took place from the time she left work until she got on the 911 call, and we can see getting out of the car on the interstate from that footage. And after that, I think she only knows. We don't know.
Well, one quick follow-up. Her parents. Did you speak with Carlee's parents? And why do you think it is they were so adamant that there was an abductor?
Yeah, I think parents are believing what their daughter's saying, and we've had a very good rapport with the parents, met with them on several occasions. I've talked to them today a few times, and to make them understand that we're under pressure from our community, not only in our community of the state, but nationally when the story hit. And I just wanted them to understand that today we were going to have a press conference, and what we were going to detail today are facts. And everything that I've told you today is actual facts. It's not innuendos. It's not what I think. It's not what these detectives think. It is the factual information that we have.
In other words, I take that as in he probably let them know, like, look, we're not going to keep going through with this week because the public is on us. They need to know what's going on. They need to know if there's a threat. So we've been giving you time to say something. So if you don't want to say something, this is what we're going to put out there. The initial question is, what was she on some type of hallucinogenic, or was she having a psychotic break until the internet searches? And you'll hear him say in this conference that nothing has been confirmed as to whether or not she has had a history of any sort of mental or, mental or psychotic episodes. Nothing has been confirmed or denied whether she's been on any sort of medications and you'll also hear him, there's going to be a report that asks, was there any sort of toxicology done? And that was not done either. So I take it as in, when she got there, she was just probably like adamant that she's just so traumatized and she doesn't want to talk with anybody right now. It's just too much for me. Just give me time. And because of that, in a sensitive situation, of course, she's a woman. They're not going to press that.
I have a question. Okay, so you know how like they said there's security camera like outside of someone's home of her like walking and then like taking off, like starting to like sprint or whatever.
They have not confirmed that on this. That was what someone else said.
Allegedly.
That hasn't been confirmed, but yes.
Okay. Do you think that if allegedly that could have been actually when her pants sparked on fire?
Girl. Let me finish.
All right, listen up, SpongeBob. I'm gonna need you to stop with that already.
How much time do you think?
Okay.
Liar, pants on fire.
Well, I think our detectives.
Okay, so follow-up question. Do you think she has second or third degree burns?
Internally or externally?
Funny. When you finish playing this?
Have talked with the parents, and we're ready. We're ready to talk as soon as she's ready. So she called right now. We're ready.
If you had one word to describe what went on, what would that be?
Ooh, how about unknown? We know the facts that we have. Everything else is unknown at this time.
In the back. What have the past few days been like for you, your department? This has been a stressful search, hasn't it?
Well, absolutely. And again, the focus of the investigation that Thursday when she went missing, of course, the focus was to get Carlee home. That's what we want all. We wanted her safe and sound. And that's all happened. And then, of course, this has gotten to be not only a local state story, but a national story. So, it is. It's a lot of stress on everyone in the Hoover Police Department and the mayor, to every citizen here. We want to know the truth.
Auntie.
I wouldn't say I'm frustrated. I mean, I'm very happy that Carlee's home.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, this is a pure example of somebody being selfish. You're doing this for your moment in time. I'm talking about the young lady.
Yeah.
But it affects everyone around you. So now everybody that was sent into your defense, everyone around you now has egg on their face, And it's just like, that's self-centered behavior. It's
Absolutely.
like, I'm gonna do this for myself for this moment. It's for me. That's why I don't like self-centered people, because it's not about you. You just embarrassed your mom. Your dad is sitting there like, your boyfriend. I don't know. I think he got something to do with it. But everybody around.
I was watching. I believe it was Chronicle Speaks or Lovely. No, yeah, Chronicle Speaks and Lovely T. They actually found his Facebook, and they're not together. That was her ex-boyfriend. They're not together. They were not currently together at all. And as they're saying, he's posting on Facebook like regular, like.
But then that brings us back around to the why. Like, why is she doing this? Why?
I don't know. Yep. Of course she's not ready to talk because she got to come up with a whole new lie.
Yeah, a whole new lie.
Regardless, she ain't gonna be able to go out and to be safe anymore because everybody knows who you are now. She's a part of. Hey, what's going on, girl? She's a part, and not only that, she's an AKA. So like her letters.
Use a lie.
Yeah, she's an AKA. Her letters could be. Oh yeah.
Use a lie. Oh.
Now, when it comes to a child or any sort of abduction, they not waiting for anything. Time is crucial. Exactly that. And she never thought it would get this big, which is why it makes sense. Again, the other rumor that we heard that supposedly she sent a text message to a friend and was like, I think I fucked up. It was not supposed to go this far, and I think I'm in trouble. That makes sense if that really was true, allegedly, that this was a message that she sent in a text message.
That makes it even worse. The audacity of her to think that the people that are her family members and friends are not going to look out for you and take care of you. But that's a double X.
When we're done watching this video, we'll go back and we'll watch that TikTok that we watched last night, where basically everything that they're saying, this girl said this in the TikTok. Social media is better than the goddamn APD,
CSI, FBI.
It's better than the whole alphabet.
A to Z, baby.
All of that. FIA and all. Okay, here we go.
That was the main ingredient here, and then we'll figure it out. I promise you that we'll end up figuring it out.
There we go.
Any idea about the number of manpower hours or the expense of the drones and all the rest of the search that might cost the city and the state and the federal government?
Yeah, we haven't had time to consider that, but it's again, these detectives that are here. This is just a small group of people that have been associated with this case. We have put every available resource that we have on this case because we wanted to make sure that we found out everything. We wanted to get her home, and we have.
mental health problems?
Not that I'm aware of.
Can you just expand
I'm
on
asking
the
if you have mental health problems.
people from the state, federal resources brought in? What were they doing exactly as you all were searching for her? Can you just expand on that?
Sure. A lot of the from the FBI side, several agents helping us interview. I mean, as you well know, in a case like this, especially when it goes national, we got hundreds and hundreds of calls. And when you get those calls, some of them may just be outlandish, but you got to follow up on them, because you never know that you may get that one tidbit. And I'd also say too that we had a great cooperation with the family. The family received hundreds and hundreds of tips, and every time they got a tip, they sent it to us.
Would you say a crime has been committed in this case?
Determine that now.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Question for Chief. With all of the searches that you mentioned, Chief, that were on Carlee's phone, does that kind of give you an indication of her mind state during this ordeal, 48 hours that she went missing?
Well, again, we want to talk in facts, and I do think it's highly unusual to the day that someone gets kidnapped, that 7 hours, 8 hours before that they're searching the internet, Googling the movie Taken about an abduction. I find that very, very strange. Yes.
Do you feel confident, your investigators feel confident that you know why Carlee Russell may have done this?
No, we do not know. Absolutely not.
Chief, can you explain for us, you mentioned that while I believe you said that Carlee was on the phone with 911, she was traveling 6 football fields, which tells you what?
Which tells me that I've had kids, and I'm sure a lot of people here have, and it's very, very, again, she said it, and I'm not saying it couldn't happen, because I've always been one of these guys, never say never, but 6 football fields. I like athletics, I like football. 6 football fields. To think that a toddler, barefoot, that could be 3 or 4 years old, is going to travel 6 football fields without getting in the roadway, without crying, without any just moving down. It's just very hard for me to understand.
Chief, have you used any technology to enhance the video from 459? And did you see a man grab her?
We don't see anybody on the interstate other than her car, and then someone getting out of her driver's side. We have sent that off to the FBI for enhancement. It has not been returned.
Do you think in this case that charges will be forthcoming towards Carlee Russell? And how serious of a crime is it to not only fabricate a 911 call, but to lie to law enforcement during an investigation?
Well, again, that's not something that we've been discussed since we're going through the still investigation. But people have to understand that when someone says something like this, we put every available resource. Everybody comes together from, like I say, state, local, federal. It's just a lot of work, and the gentleman earlier said frustrated. I mean, it is a little frustrating to think that all this has been done and we can't find anything out.
Did anyone see her calling in from the side of the road when she made that 911 call?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, last question here. Is this investigation held up until you can speak once again to Carlee Russell?
Well, there's a few things that we're still doing, but obviously we want to talk to Carlee as soon as we can. And do an in-depth interview, and at that time, I think we'll have these investigators doing some other things. So
that's all the questions we're going to answer today. We appreciate you guys coming, and we'll be following up with y'all later. Thank you so much.
Can I
go get you some tissue, baby?
Can I just say, Carlee was looking up the wrong movie, because why are you looking up Taken when that's clearly about a kidnapping? When you just wanted to fake your abduction, bitch, you should have watched Gone Girl instead.
Fuck that. Pretty Woman. Get you a goddamn, what the fuck? Girl, what the hell?
That's why her brain was everywhere. She's not a good criminal. She's not even a good petty criminal.
Yeah, like she can't steal for shit.
No.
Yeah, bitch, you gonna get caught up. She's just like sloppy.
Now,
and what?
Couple things. She looked up how to take money from a register and not get caught. Okay,
that shows you how stupid she is. I don't even like to say that S word. Pardon me.
And they found her with $107 in her sock.
And did
Now
you?
another rumor was out there, you know, that supposedly, like Neale was saying earlier, that she had stole some money. We ain't said, you like, come on, sir.
Did you?
$107, bro. That's what she was tripping over.
Did you catch?
Come on.
Did you catch the dude's answer? He was like, "That's $100 question." Like,
And
yeah.
then she also searched the Birmingham bus station. She was trying to get a one-way. Well, she bought an actual ticket from Birmingham to Nashville, set to leave the day that she was quote unquote abducted. And I had asked earlier in our group chat, like, what's in Nashville? You know, do y'all know for sure if, you know,
barbecue and country music?
If pregnancy terminations
No,
are
auntie, I brought up this term when we were speaking last night with Trace. I don't like to say it, but unhinged. There's a lot of people that are unhinged out there, you know? So they do just like sporadic things that they're unhinged, that make no sense. So us in rational minds, we're trying to put two and two together, but you can't put two and two together when the person that made that action is unhinged. They just do sporadic crazy shit.
I mean, she is.
We don't know that, because as far as we know, that's not behavior that she has displayed before. Nothing has been confirmed or denied. We don't know that.
Yeah, allegedly, but like I'm gonna go back to the daddy. You see how the daddy was sitting there, and I'm telling you, he's giving daddy. He's like, this shit happened before, and not to this extent. She done did some shit before, but you know, it's just I'm just reading in between the lines. Allegedly.
You know me. What you said exactly right there. So the kidnappers undressed you, took photos of you. You think they may have done that, but they missed the money in your socks, so they got you bucket naked with your socks on.
And painted your nails.
And then not only that, she kept saying that she doesn't remember. They did say, one of the reporters asked, was a toxicology done? They said no. So she didn't have anything in her system. How do you not remember? Because according to her, she says that she got out to check on the child, and goddamn Pennywise came up out the bushes and mumbled on the child too.
I can answer.
Pennywise lured her into the bushes and told her, "But bitch,
you so crazy, not Pennywise. Come on."
So she left with Pennywise in the bushes and all that. And then on top of that, just girl, you said he made you hop a fence.
But I can answer the whole she was bucket naked, but in her sock. It's because she has ugly feet.
Girl, no more of your corny jokes. No more.
Yeah, but can they be considered jokes if they're allegedly true?
Sir, you said if this was a hoax, she's hiding something bigger. What do you think that is?
Her hammer.
I think no. Besides her stealing money, you know, I think she's like, I don't know, because everything is not adding up with her family, how they view her character, and especially people in the workforce. They're not seeing the character that she's putting on the table. So I think she's one. Like I said, she's maybe a schizophrenic, a bipolar, one of them impasse, one of them situations, you know. And I think that she had a situation on that fucking highway, and I'm not registered to tell these people what their mental disorder is, you know. But this is completely.
But hold on.
This is completely like wild.
Let me just say, from somebody who personally deals with mental health themselves, y'all know that bipolar depression is something that I talk about and I advocate over here. So for me personally, for somebody to just throw that around loosely like that, you don't do no like that. Because for me,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I know. I went to therapy for my depression, my anxiety. That's why I don't try to tag people or put it on them, because that gives them depression and anxiety and so on and so forth, you know. But I've gone to, you know, you can't say that to people. You can't label them as that, because that gives more pressure to them. But I don't know. Just like I said, she going through one of them motherfucking situations. Okay. Pardon me, I didn't mean to catch. Sorry. She's going through one of those situations, and it needs to be
Daniel, listen, like I was saying, as somebody who personally deals with that, it's more offensive for everybody to keep throwing that around like that. So we got to be careful with that. Calling her crazy and just saying she's schizo, she's got this, that, and the other. None of that. We just got to be, careful with. So we can't automatically assume that she's got some sort of mental health thing going on. Like Margaret said, no, I feel like she flat out fucking lied. I just feel like she flat out lied. What she lied for, I don't know.
She wanted attention.
Something mental health related, but at the same time, I feel sorry for her parents.
I mean, how much attention do you want? You want all that attention?
Okay,
let me finish. I feel like her parents may not necessarily have known that she was lying. They may just be just as blind as she is, and as parents, they're trying to cover for her. That's why we said in the interview with the daddy, he looked like he didn't want nothing to do with that. He looked like he was looking down the whole time. He was not making no eye contact. He was not stepping in and saying nothing. Now, granted, Mama was taking over the interview, but at the same time, it was calculated. It was she didn't think that shit was going to blow up the way it did. Maybe she was trying to get the attention of the boyfriend, and the shit just backfired on her ass.
I think that the daddy, as when you love your household, you respect your household. He was trying to appease the wife. He was concerned, but he knows what goes on behind them walls. When them doors close, them windows shut, he knows what goes on. But he was trying to appease his wife, and that's what he was doing, and that's why he wasn't speaking that much. That's my opinion.
Okay, so I have thoughts and I have questions. So how can I say this? Do you think it's possible that she tried to run away for whatever her reason was, right? And she wasn't expecting it to blow up the way that it did.
Yeah.
And that is why she came back.
If that's
So
true,
Yep.
if that's true,
That's
she
what
is
I
a
think.
very poor planner and shopper.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, people who are like spoiled, and if you go back and you like kind of see their family, she is very spoiled, and everything has kind of been given to her. They don't have very good, like, logical thinking or common sense, or they don't think things that far through because they've never had to, right? So if her entire life she's been the one that grew up in a really good family, that grew up in a really good neighborhood, that had access to all of these things, what reason would she have to really have the like street smarts and common sense? Like, there's no reason for her to have all of that stuff. And if you've been spoiled and entitled and given things your whole life, this sounds like a plan a 6-year-old would make. You see what I mean? Like, when you're a kid and you're like, I'm going to leave, I'm running away, and you pack your bag and you don't pack shit but toys and snacks. Like, you don't think, you know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking.
You finna go hit the road.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking, like, because you don't have that type of thought process. Like, so do I think it was a mental health thing? No, not so much. I think she got.
Thank you.
I think she lost her job, but that's the thing. I don't even understand her losing her job or stealing, because she has a parent who has, if you're looking at the people who like said like, oh, we knew her in high school, oh, we went to college with her, like, her father would apparently give her anything. So you know what I mean? So it's not like she was stealing because she needed the money.
But you know what? We went to school, and my homegirl is in the chat now. She can tell you we went to school with rich white people. Rich white kids that would steal steal shit.
For
They
fun. Yeah.
fun, for the thrill of it. So whether she had money or not, again, which would make even more sense if she does come from a family who is privileged and who has money and all that. She don't want to disappoint mama and daddy. So say, you know, the rumor allegedly that's out there about her being pregnant by the 17-year-old is actually true, you know, and she's 25, you know, first of all, ill, bitch. Second of all, that's statutory in some places. Next of all, if she is, baby, kleptos steal all the fucking time. I got family members now. Check your drawers. They probably stole it through the goddamn YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So kleptos are gonna steal the steal. But again, like I said, if she came from family, I know people personally from high school, from college that come from money, and they not trying to disappoint their mamas and daddies, but really they live in this, they fucking this person, and her boyfriend, and doing all this and smoking weed and doing all this that and the other, which would make even more sense why this whole, again, rumor. You never know. But was it a mental break? Nah, mama thought about that shit. And like you said, she ran out of Cheez-Its. Okay. She ran out of granola bars. She was like, well, bitch, damn. It is Saturday night spaghetti.
Auntie. She thought she was going on a 3-day campus trip like it was fucking 6th grade camp. Pardon me for cursing.
Yeah,
she really did.
Bro, she
underestimated the people that love for her. That's what go back to what I was saying. Like when people love for you and they look out for you, of course we gonna go look for you. But duh. But we gonna let you
she underestimated the power of social media because we as Black people, Black women are tired of our pleas for help going unanswered, going unrung. I'm for real mad because when I first found out about Carlee being quote unquote missing, I was doing all I could do. I was reposting videos of her, reposting other people's videos, pleading for her safe return. I wasted my hard, valuable time.
I put one up to the God and to the gods and all of that. I even burned an incense and was meditating. So I take that shit right there for real.
And for real, as soon as they said she was found, I read the headline. I was sitting here on my couch and I was like, thank you, Jesus. I was like, thank you, she's found.
Then immediately it was like I got on social media, seeing that she was found, and I was like, oh my God, thank God, happy about it.
Thank God.
Else that I seen in another TikTok yesterday, I forgot to tell y'all that the people that were out searching for her, the police knew on Saturday night that she was home, but the people that were out searching for her, they didn't find that shit out until we all found that out on social media. So they knew
the police let them search.
I think at the same time, the police knew from the get-go because they were already investigating that, wait a minute, something ain't right with this shit. So you never know. They found her late Saturday. We didn't find out till Monday. They was probably, look here, 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2. So do you want to give us some time to say something? Because we finna have to let the people know. Because, you know, these are man hours. This is time. So, you know.
Well,
you ain't said nothing. All right, cool. So they done went out and they done said something. This was on Monday. They still investigating. Like, look here, mama, we don't see Pennywise, Krusty, Sideshow Bob, Homie the Clown, Bucky. We don't see nobody out there.
We don't even see Damien walking the street like you said he was.
We don't see no kids. We don't see no children of the corn, bitch. We don't see no trick-or-treaters. Ain't no kids out there. And then,
this is a goddamn shame. I'm sorry, person, but this is a shame. This is like for how many? Okay, not to be on a pedestal or anything, but you know how many women are missing right now? How many women are missing right now of color?
Okay, so I have a question. How long do you think it's gonna take her before she changes her last name?
Nah,
she gotta go to jail first.
Yeah,
Oh no, she gotta go to jail first.
And she's gonna get beat up in jail.
They're going to get down to the bottom of this. They're going to find out what happened. But look here, real quick. I want to play that TikTok that we seen yesterday, where all the tea was spilt in the TikTok yesterday. We just seen this, and basically, there's one side, the other side, and then there's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And then there's rumors. There's always some sort of truth to all these guys.
The rumor mill. The rumor mill.
Exactly. So y'all remember this from yesterday.
What up, Nurse Gang? What up, TikTok? So the update I never wanted to truly have to report on. So we've all been talking about the Carlee Russell case. This is her Instagram, Carlee. Over the last few days, she shocked the nation, and Black women all over the country felt empowered. We felt finally pleased that America was caring about Black women. Every national news outlet was reporting about Carlee Russell. This is the first time this has ever happened. The hunt was on to find this Black girl. But then when she showed up at our house, it got a little greasy. Why did it get a little breezy? Because she just showed up. So then that's when the world got divided. Wait, what's going on? Something is not right here. Okay, we don't want to speak. We want our privacy. Something is going on. What is going on? Well, when you start talking about something, people start DMing you the truth. It looks like 50 people from Hoover have already got fired for leaking what's really going on with this case. And it's trickled into my DM. So you mean to tell me all this was because she was trying to get back at her ex-man? Yeah, that boyfriend that spoke out about her being kidnapped and held and tortured. Yeah, that was her ex-man. And he actually cheated on her with a stripper. And Carlee had it out with the stripper. And to get back at him, yeah, she disappeared herself. And then got afraid when it blew up. This is what Carlee said to the side chick. Itch, please. He told me everything you said about me, and you thought I told him to say that. I wasn't even with him. You're delusional AF. You think your little conversation was anything more than convenience, and the fact that he used you to get back at me out of anger. You want to talk about I don't compare to you on your worst day? Girl, bye. You're miserable, or at least should be, being a stripper to provide for a child I've heard you've had from multiple people. So not surprised you don't know who your baby daddy is. Mention me or contact my NIGGA again, and you'll see I'm not the one to play with. You don't want you and your whole family touched. You're poor. I'm rich. You're a stripper. I'm a nurse. You're ugly. I'm beautiful. You could never. You're the bottom of the barrel. Someone from the police department just could not watch us all suffer. So they released these details. Here's the update. She's sticking to the story that she was abducted. She says she was lured into the woods by some people who live in the woods, described as a person with orange hair, balding on top, tied her up and drove her around and put her in an 18-wheeler and fed her cheeses for 2 days, and they painted her nails. They kept her on 150 somewhere, and somehow she managed to get away and run through the woods to her neighborhood until she got into her house and then goes into the hospital. Hoover got some Ring doorbell footage from her neighborhood, and it just shows her walking casually until she gets close to her house, and then she starts sprinting and flailing arms and acting a fool. She got caught stealing from work that day, failed out of nursing school, and has been on drugs. She had her friend behind her, and that's who picked her up. She was with her friend all weekend. The police knew she was safe because she unblocked her ex while she was, quote unquote, abducted. She planned to disappear and realized it wasn't going to work. What up, Nurse Gang? What up, TikTok? So the update I never wanted.
So y'all hear that?
I would not uproot my entire life over some fucking penis.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
like she put her whole life on that one dick. Like she's stupid. Come on. He must have given her some good power use, because it's not even worth it.
Ain't enough. I don't care how good it is. You could make me see the heavens and hell at the same time with that magic thing. Ain't enough. Ain't enough.
And she just ruined her whole life over some peen. Come on.
I was in somebody else's live earlier where they had a pretty good enhanced video of her pulling over, and you can actually see her get out the driver's side. She goes over to the passenger side, and you see her kind of in there, out, a little bit here and there, and then you see her kind of run off into the woods. And I'm like, what the fuck? That must have been when Pennywise came. That must have been right when Pennywise came.
Girl, you gonna stop calling him Pennywise?
Into the goddamn woods.
I mean, was she trying
And then I hop
out
up
like
there.
for track and field or something?
I never wanted dick that, and I done had some good ass dick before. I done had some dick damn that want me fight bitches before, but never no runaway dick.
It could have been. It could have been
Runaway
16
dick? I don't want
inches.
that dick ever.
I told y'all I almost fell out of my sophomore year of college. So, I mean, technically.
No, 'cause we can't even tap into her rationale. We can't think like her. I don't even know what the fuck she was thinking. Come on.
That's it. She wasn't. She
wasn't.
was not. She was not thinking. She was not thinking.
And
Again,
you know what? Okay. Let's stop being nice to this woman. Okay, we can't curse, but this heifer done did this for the last week and a half. Had everybody on pins and needles, tip and toe, trying to look out for her, and she ain't no fucking good. She's rotten to the core. Okay, so whatever psychological shit she was going for, she just fucked it up 10 years back for everybody that fought for 10 years forward. Put it on the table and stop playing pussy.
See, and you was worried about me and my mouth.
Cha.
So
I'm jumping out, child.
So now, okay. So if we're thinking about it like this, so why not take the food that you bought too? Like, did you think the police, when they returned your car, they was gonna give the food to your mama? Like, oh no, that's my mom food. She was waiting on it.
You had to make it fit. See, but this is the thing. I don't think they were. No, she was not thinking about the fact that they are going to be able to pick up, her every move based off of, video surveillance from cameras and from her watch, and
But that shows how slow she is. That shows her mental.
Didn't she leave her phone and her watch anyway to help make the story work?
She did. But you know what was crazy? This is another thing this stupid wasn't thinking about. She has an actual tracker that's in her car. So they were able to see the distance that she let her car sort of do like a stop and roll when she was pulled over on the shoulder. And the entire time that she was on the phone with the 911 operator, that's when the investigator is saying she was traveling the 600 yards. So she was on the phone with the 911 operator, still trying to, make something come about of this story, not knowing, bitch, your own damn car is telling on you. Bitch,
she telling on herself. She dry snitching on herself.
I have a question.
Go gadget GPS. Gotcha, bitch.
I have a question. What kind of job is she working to where she's stealing toilet paper and robes? She has a computer to make Google searches, and yet somehow can drive a Mercedes.
And that's, again, she may have come. She came from.
So she worked at a spa. So that's what she worked at. She worked at a spa, and she came from money, but someone passed and left her money too. So that's how she got the money to get the car.
So that means she already had enough money to run away. She just wanted to make a spectacle about it. That's all I'm hearing. I'm hearing that she had the means just to pack up, start a new life elsewhere, but instead she chose to set us back 20 years.
She chose violence. She woke up and chose violence. I think it's a mental disorder. That's the only thing you can boil it down to. Because if I have money, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with anybody. I got my money. I'm good. What the fuck you mean?
If she had the means, why is she stealing?
Because
she's going through something. I don't know. All
right.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
Tracy, what were you saying?
So that's why, I think it was more of a. So this is my thinking, right? So whatever happened at work, but she had Googled, how to take money from the register and not get caught and all this other kind of stuff, right? So she had been plotting the I'm going to leave here plot before she made it to work that day, right? You know, she had started the I'm trying to get out of here thing before that. So if I'm thinking about it in that manner, right? If she started on this way of going, it was like, okay, she's trying to get up out of here. So at some point, it's going to turn into she has to, you know, figure out like she can't go back home, right?
Turn your
Because
camera off, Neale.
What happened?
you know,
Turn your camera off.
Oh, sorry.
You looking like
so
a
you know,
whore right
like
now.
her.
I'm just saying.
So you know, like her, like, so you can't go back home, right? Because your parents are going to find out. So if you got fired from your job for whatever reason, I don't think she got fired from her job for stealing. I think she got, but I do think she got fired from her job, right? And because she got fired, she decided, well, I'm about to take the money out of the register. I'm about to take this, and I'm about to run away.
This bitch, I work for this, and I'm gonna need some tissue. And then, like
She
I
ain't
said,
gonna get far with $108.
But she didn't think that they were gonna pick up the fact that, again, that she went to Target, so she had to get her. She got the granola, so she'll have the energy and whatever doggone and her Cheez-Its. You know what I'm saying? Got to have a little starch, little carbs or whatnot. But she knew exactly what she was doing. And
so
other food there, so it can be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I went and got the food like I said I was, but it's all about something bigger. But the police were very specific to say, and let me know if y'all want to watch the police conference again, starting right when they explain, you know, not all the stuff before, not all the stuff after, but just right when they explain what happened and all this. I'm dropping ones in the comments if you want me to play it again. But the police officer again was very careful to say that because of her safety, that I mean not because of her safety, because of her privacy, the other things that she searched on her computer and on her phone, they're gonna, you know, keep that private, you know, for her own, you know, for her privacy. So we don't know what that could be. Again, why I say it could be the rumor true that maybe, you know, she was pregnant and she was trying to, you know, terminate said pregnancy. You know what I mean? It could be all these rumors so far have been having some sort of truth to them. You never know. What's still tripping me out is when why Google the age at when an Amber Alert can be triggered, because there's several criteria that need to be met before that's sent out. Exactly.
Well, I mean,
specific things to do.
Yeah, I mean, because they ain't gonna throw an Amber Alert on me, but they might throw an Amber Alert on a college student, even though they're an adult.
Forever, I mean, forever. And this is, she only 25. This literally ruined her life. And then, like I said, she's an AKA. They're going.
Oh no, not no more.
They're going to strip her letters. If they haven't already, they're going to strip her letters.
Hey, that no,
was an
right there. No, they're gonna kick her out that sorority. They're gonna expel her.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be blackballed from that. End up losing her nursing degree because they said she has a bachelor's in psychology, which is it's not really crazy though, because a lot of brilliant people are fucking crazy. So
a lot of brilliant people are stupid.
Yeah, very, 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 very. She just worked for the world's dumbest. This is the dumbest thing. One of the dumbest things since 20.
No, the crazy people, you know, because you know how they say you're too smart for your own well-being. They think they're so smart that they can get away with things, but they're actually sloppy in the things that they do.
She was talking to that girl in that text message talking about, I'm rich, you're poor, I'm a nurse, you're a stripper, I look good, you're ugly, I'm everything you wish you could. Girl, what?
Who got egg on their face now? All right, look, this stripper got more money than you now. The stripper didn't get allegedly fired for stealing no $1.25 toilet paper.
Thank you. Can somebody please tell that shallow lady something? Well, she is already in jail, so somebody tell that shallow lady something.
No, look, her soulmate.
It was me she was talking about. Come and make it rain down at the Pink Monkey tonight on your girl. Got to make it clap.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like totally done talking about this entire fuckery right now. So I think I'm gonna jump off here because like I'm mad about Carlee because I seriously had plans on faking my own kidnapping this week and she just ruined it for me.
No, please don't do that.
No. You can't.
For real, don't do that.
You can't do that
We had enough
because
trauma.
Vince McMahon's limo just blew up, so you can't do that.
Yep.
Whose limo blew up?
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon's limo blew up. Was he in it?
Yes, it's a work from when Chris Benoit.
But you know what? It kind of makes sense too, maybe that she did call the family from the Red Roof. We don't know what day and what time it was. That's another thing that hasn't been verified for sure. Or at least I didn't get the time from the 911 call that the person from the hotel made saying that there were like 6 carloads for family that came up there. If y'all know what time and date that was between, Thursday to Saturday, let me know. But
Sir Neale, I'm about to fight if you don't turn off your mic.
I just muted him, John. He in there flicking a wrist in the kitchen, baby.
My bad. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, mute up, baby. Mute up.
Everybody being polite, don't want to say nothing. I'll say
no, you should probably check the comments.
Again, you ain't say it though. You let Twitter fingers take over.
Oh no, I'm sorry for not trying to be rude.
You said check what?
Check the comments. I'd already said. But I guess, me trying to be on my best behavior, this is what I do.
Any other thoughts about this before we get up out of here?
I'm done. I'm ready to get up out. I'm ready to go to Georgia and whoop some ass.
She's in Alabama.
I can't believe this girl did.
I don't care.
Like the officer said in the beginning, it's still an ongoing investigation. Basically, they waiting on her ass to investigate
nothing.
No, that's
you know what?
They're waiting to get a statement from her. Her parents are saying that she's not in a good mental state, that she's refusing to talk right now. So I think it's she messing up, and the parents, of course, as a natural parent, you're gonna want to protect your child. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. This a little bit too far, girlfriend.
I was gonna say I would not be in a good mental space either if I know the second I open my mouth, I'm gonna be the next Jussie Smollett. I'm gonna be on trial.
I would be in a bad mental state if I knew that I got caught in a fucked up lie.
Look, this is very much giving Jussie Smollett fake hate crime.
It is.
Again, I mean, I already asked like how long it's gonna take for her to change her last name. Like,
but she could have just came up with a better lie than that.
Again, she had the means to just up and disappear. She ain't need to involve me. I know that much. She didn't need to involve nobody else in her little Ponzi scheme to get away.
I mean, if she
what is gonna happen with all the donations?
I mean,
didn't somebody?
No, she need her whole ass whooped.
She wanted to go camping. Cool. She could have gone glamping instead. Like
instead. This was exactly what it was. The female version of the whole Jussie Smollett thing. As far as we're thinking, it could be allegedly. We don't know, but again, there's so like it's as far as we know. The rumors that we heard was that it's baby, Netflix probably already got some shit. They probably just wrapped the sub implosion. Okay, they finna be on. If not, it's gonna be on Lifetime. Goddamn Tyler Perry. Somebody finna do something to this. Tubi finna do this. Somebody finna do something with this.
This is very Tubi level. I wouldn't go above Tubi.
Maybe no, this is about to be a. Oh no, this was on national. This was on the national news. This is about to be a Dateline, a 2020 episode, and it's about to go because there has been like 6 or 8 women in the last like couple of months.
Honestly, have secondhand embarrassment.
But
Like,
what
I'm
if?
so embarrassed for you. Why would you do that? Why?
What if
Why
there
would you
is?
do that?
Because I remember hearing a story a couple of years ago about this woman who,
and that's what's messed. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say.
Speaking to myself.
I remember reading a story a couple of years ago about a woman who initially the story didn't add up, but she said that she was abducted. She was R-word. She was held captive for a couple of days, and then they just returned her. And the police didn't believe her at first. Her boyfriend didn't believe her. Her and her fiance. The fiance broke up with her, said, I didn't want to be with a liar. And it wasn't until she started receiving like threatening emails and letters in the mail that the police took a second look, and they're like, oh, well, maybe this really did happen. And it turned out being some rich white guy who ended up being the one that abducted her. So what if, and I'm not saying that is true because like this is still no, but like just a little itty bitty microscopic grain of truth.
Yeah, on Earth too. That is the only way that I cannot really believe that your mouth really had the strength and the audacity.
I'm sorry, let me just play devil's advocate because like in my heart of hearts, I really do not want to believe that she put all of us Black women through the trauma of being scared that this could happen to me, and people are taking notice just for it to be fake. Like I don't want
It's called
that.
selfish behavior.
Nope.
She was selfish, self-centered.
Forget
She
that.
was thinking about nobody else.
Nope. Absolutely not. We did devil's advocate yesterday. No, bitch. Welcome to hell. You did that.
Look. I was doing my own AI live last night. I wasn't on this, so let me play devil's advocate. Let me play catch up.
Yeah.
Okay, I get
Well,
it.
nobody told you to have morning
Field.
sickness and you couldn't make it.
You know what? I said I was doing AI on TikTok. Y'all ain't never seen Pinky Doll?
Yeah, I have. I was actually thinking about doing
to.
I made a couple of dollars last night. So
Good for you. All right, still. I love Keanu Reeves, but fuck him in this case. Fuck no.
All right. That's enough with that, girl. Come on, for real. I'm trying to get an image of somebody who actually really is missing. Her name is Roxanne Powtoff. I don't know. Well, let me get this together.
All right, well, thoughts and prayers to the one that's missing. I gotta go put my babies to sleep.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers.
Bye. Love you.
I got some ice cream cake.
Thank you.
Sleep well, children.
Yep. Bye, people. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Okay, well, let me just pull the. All right, bye. Talk to y'all later. So there is a girl that ended up actually going missing here in Austin. She was a friend, a schoolmate of my little sister's. Her name was Roxanne Powtoff. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right or not, but she's a for real, true missing person. She's been gone for about maybe 10 years now. I'm trying to bring up the website, but it's like she's been gone since, disappeared since 2006, July 6, 2006. She was last seen with her boyfriend, who was Walls. And again, he was in Texas. He here budget in.
Hey, Auntie, sidebar, I don't know this woman from Adam or Ant, but when I see these wanted posters, it makes me emotional. Badass kids outside.
It's hard for now. Because the first thing they're is that you lying or that you make it up, or you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Any other final thoughts before we get out of here? Anybody want to come up? They have anything to say? Because we finna get on up out of here. We until we hear Carlee, which soon, we just gotta sit. That's you, Tracy. Y'all gotta mute when you're not talking because I don't know what y'all doing in the
No,
back, but it's
I just
like
said
very loud.
I just said we might hear from her at her court case. I mean, we might hear from her when she gets arrested and arraigned. I mean, but at this point, I feel like that I'm angry because we have been asking for decades for someone to give us the same spotlight as the clear people. And we finally get it. And when we get it, it's this BS right here. And I've already seen the people on Twitter saying, I mean, I don't understand why we did all of this and this is why it happened. And I'm like, oh, like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, we barely got over the Jesse thing and now we have this. Like, unfortunately, we don't get grace. They don't give us grace to make a mistake. They don't give us grace to be like, oh, well, it was this one time. Like, we don't get those type of things. So when you mess it up, when we finally get it, like we've been begging for decades for this and we finally get it. Like, and in the first episode, you mess it up. Like, come on. Like, come on now. So when everybody was like, oh, well, I think it might be a mental health thing. I think it might be this. I think it might be that. No, I don't. I think this spoiled.
Stop throwing that shit around because it's very fucking insulting.
I think this spoiled, selfish, self-centered, uppity brat did not know how to deal with her emotions. She didn't know how to explain to her parents she got fired. She didn't know how to, tell everybody that she wasn't this great person that had all these great things going on, like her family had. So, she didn't make the cut of everything that her family had. And instead of being an adult, which she was at 25, instead of being an adult and handling it, she came up with this cockamamie scheme. And the thing that I don't understand is if you started looking like this is why like I can't say like her being fired from work is what triggered her. Because she started looking for her escape route 3 days before she ever ran away. And she still had a job. I don't know no job that's going to be like, oh, I'm going to fire you at the end of the week. That's not what jobs do. Jobs literally let you go that day. So when people are like, oh, she got caught stealing from her job, like, okay, but even if you go through a review process, they don't let you work while you're under review. So that couldn't have been it.
Yeah,
like it had.
That's not that. No, that's not necessarily true. Because I've been in management. Yes, they do. While you're under investigation, oh yeah, they'll still have your ass work. Yes, ma'am.
Oh hell.
They will still have your ass work, and as a matter of fact, they will have your ass work to the end of your shift and fire you at the end of your shift.
Well, yeah, but once they put you under a review, it's a liability of the company for the company to still allow you to work. But I guess if your company ain't about nothing and they willing to take the risk, I mean, like
I speak from both ends, from personal experience, having been on the managerial side, also having been on an employee side that was under investigation, didn't even know I was under investigation and got fired. Yes, ma'am. I put that on my mama. It may be in New York, but in the state of Texas, no, ma'am. They will have your ass work. They will investigate you Monday through Friday and investigate fire your ass Friday at the end of your shift. So you got all weekend to think about this shit.
Ooh, people willing to, you know what? Yeah, see, I don't study Texas law because I can't stand your state. But that's neither here nor there. But my dislike of your state don't matter. But for me, my thought process is still okay. So even then, I guess did she know she was gonna be fired when she started to look? Maybe, you know what I mean. So it's like sometimes I question the logic behind things of saying, okay, if the reason this is happening is because she was being fired, but she started planning before she got fired.
Which again, what if she was planning to go to get a smortion done in the next next city over, next state over, or whatnot. You know, maybe you know, all of this can't be a lie. As we see, there's been a lot of truth. It wasn't the exact truth, you know, but a lot of this has been true. So it could really be that maybe she was trying to go get. That's why I asked earlier in a group chat, like, is our termination services legal in Hoover where she is?
No.
And if not, are they legal in Nashville where she was trying to go?
I don't know about Nashville, but I know in Alabama you can't. Like it has to be like for the life of the mother is the only way that it's allowed. Yeah. So in Alabama, it's not like, I know for sure it's not allowed in Alabama at all. So and also in certain states, like they'll prosecute you for traveling across state lines to have one done.
Appreciate that. My bad. I'm sorry to tell her thank you. That means a lot coming from you, girl. I appreciate that. Thank you. I be seeing you all up and through these streets, because you know I be watching the tea.
And I didn't even think about that. I know it's illegal sometimes to travel across state lines to get it done, right? So, you know, you can't travel across state lines to do it. So that might also be why she did this. Oh my gosh, no, someone took, but then I don't understand. I guess the thing I don't understand is why call the police? You know what I mean? Because you are alerting them of your abduction or possible abduction or your staged abduction. Like you're alerting the police of this thing.
Well, yeah, but she left all the evidence there. Listen, Mama did her research. She went and Netflix and chilled and taken and was like, look, I gotta do this. So it's literally like I vanished in thin air. They ain't gonna know what the hell happened. And if I leave my wig and my phone, it don't make sense that the Apple Watch was in her purse. That don't make no damn sense. Especially when I was looking at a news report earlier and they had, you know, when they investigate, they going through all of her photos, and every single photo they have, even in this one right here, she has her damn Apple Watch on. So she's always got that damn, boom, there it is right there. But it just so happened that when you get kidnapped, you all of a sudden don't have it on. Girl, you got the watch on right there. What you take it out for? And myself having an Apple Watch, the only time I'm not wearing it is when I'm charging it up. Or like if I'm at the house now chilling. But other than that, a bitch got to get her steps in. So I need to know how I'm keeping that watch. That it's an Apple Watch, bitch. You can do everything from there. You always got that on. So the fact that she didn't have it on and she had it just so conveniently in her purse, so you couldn't find that, girl.
Listen, but then I guess I always think, because like my grandma, when she would get off church, she would take off her jewelry and her wig and throw it on the passenger seat. So I was like, well, maybe she one of them people that's like, whoo.
How get out the car though?
Yeah.
How your wig get out the car? We need to talk to the wig. The wig know the tea.
Was it a headband wig?
You know, was it a headband wig? Because you know I know all about them headband wigs. Come holler at your girl. We need to talk to you, sis, because you know what's going on.
Like, was it a headband? So, all right. So at the end of this, my things are, I don't know if it was so much of she planned it out well, right? It's really giving me like I'm 6 and I'm running away. So I'm gonna pack my Barbie dolls and some animal crackers in my suitcase and I'm leaving.
So, a Charlie Brown runaway story. Like she done went and put a couple of panties, some Snickers bars, some granola bars in a little sheet, wrap that bitch up on a goddamn pole and put a thumb out hitchhiking somewhere. Bitch, come on now.
Then the parts that gets me is how far was where she left her car from her house.
That's
Like
what I said.
how far is that distance, right? From where you abandon your vehicle to the thing. Because I'll say this, right? Especially like driving around here, if I'm driving, it normally takes me much longer to get to places than I need to if I was like walking, right? Because a lot of times, like, you can cut through the project, you can cut through here, you can go through there, and it normally don't take that long. So it's like, oh, a 40-minute drive or a 17-minute walk, like, just because of how, stuff is set up. So I mean, and if we look back at the picture, remember when you was like, oh, it's like a homeless place, like this little road back here? Did that road lead back to her parents' house?
Listen.
Was this heifer playing in the backyard the whole time?
From the get-go, man. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. That's why I said she went and got the snacks. The snacks, for me, the granola bars and the goddamn Cheez-Its. I mean, we making jokes, but that says a lot. And the fact that you took a robe, so you want to make sure that, you weren't going to be too cold or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that says a whole lot, girl.
Hoover PD. Hoover people. Lock her up. Now, I normally don't. Look, I normally don't advocate for black folks going to jail. But in this instance,
that part right
give her them Chanel bangles. Give her Chanel bangles, baby.
Trina, that part. The black woman in me, real talk, you gotta be so sort of out to walk in the woods in the middle of the night. Especially me working out in the street. Bitch, I know we're going to the woods in the daytime. You walking through the woods at night, and then you from Alabama. Like, you took a lot of risk, and I am glad that she is home safe. But bitch, you could have got eaten up by an Alabama river cricket, a goddamn Bama wall bat, any goddamn thing. But you just took off through the woods like that. She's a bad bitch. I'll give you that. She knocked out that shit. But then where all your clothes at? Like, that's another thing. Did she have on the same clothes? Did she still have the robe? They saying she didn't have her shoes on. Like, what's tea?
If I was her job, I would require her to return my robe. I'm just saying, you know how robes at the spa be? They be all nice and plush. So if I was her job, I'm gonna need you to run me that robe back, ma'am.
I want to know what the job got to say, because obviously they talked to the job. Because the job got an ass on camera in there, still goddamn robes and motherfucking tissue, bitch. Not you didn't, our good goddamn triple plus charming bitch.
Well, you know the job released a statement. Look, the job released a statement saying it was, for her safe return and all this BS. But the job released a statement.
And listen, she said Nene from Real House. I'm sure they did. Nigga, even I might have slipped a couple of pens in my pocket from work. It's pens. It's in my pocket. What? I don't realize it till I'm at home. I can bring it back. But, but you don't put that on the application, though. I don't condone none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Remember, listen. The views and opinions of me are not what you should damn do. I'm just saying, don't put that on your application, but shit, that bitch is working at the spa. Shit, if I was there, you better be glad that's the only thing I'm goddamn taking is the robe. Bitch, I'm taking facial creams. I'm taking goddamn booty bleach wipes. Baby, I'm taking the steam for the facials.
Well, they said she took some other stuff, and I mean, apparently she was worried about her hygiene in the woods over the weekend. So, I mean, she was worried about her hygiene in the woods over the weekend. So maybe, I don't know what she took.
Like, now we know you safe. Oh, bitch, you finna get this work. Bitch, she finna get this work. Because, baby, I'm gonna need something back. You know, I thought I was mad at Jamie because you know Jamie Foxx still ain't came and said thank you to a nigga for the prayers we got from him. I'm gonna let you listen, Jamie. I'm gonna come back and get you in a minute, but right now I'm finna go in on this beach because we know for sure wasn't nothing wrong with her. We don't really know what was happening with you, but you still owe us a thank you, nigga. I'm just saying.
Did you get an invite to Jamie party?
I ain't got nothing. That's what I'm saying, Jamie, nigga. But you want to be out playing pickleball. The hell is pickleball? I ain't never heard no shit like that till I heard you was out doing that shit. But we up here praying for you, and this nigga's out playing pickleball. The disrespect. There really is. Child mama should be windmilling behind her every day doing these interviews. See, her mama fucked up because her mama shouldn't have came out and did an interview in the first place. We already had doubts, but the fact that your mama came out clear as day, she was not telling the truth about something. The fact that your daddy was looking down the whole damn time, being a supportive daddy. That daddy ride or die. Listen, I ain't gonna tell the truth. I ain't gonna necessarily not lie neither. I'm just sit here with my head down, pat my wife on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Let me think. See, my mama would have thrown me under the bus, but my daddy would have lied for me.
He probably was at a club some goddamn where with Diddy, and we all know the kind of clubs Diddy like. That's what Corinne said in the book. Speaking of which, Trina, girl, why did I just read Corinne Stevens' Stupid Head again? I just read the book again. Just finished it last night.
Why? What did you need to relearn?
The insight of it is just so. It's just the
inspirational.
Just wants to relive some days, and so you know, the old hoe in me was reminiscing. So I was like, well, let me she reminds me of some of my hoe days. That's all I'm saying. Let me drop the link in the chat before we get up out of here. If anybody wants to come up, give your final thoughts before we get up out of here. You want to ask any questions? Any of that? You know what I'm saying? You're welcome to do that. I give about maybe 2 more minutes or so, and we can get out of here. She was a trooper. Yeah. She was a trooper. You know, Korean. Corinne was superhead now, so she ran so us bitches could run, you know. Well, no, she walked so we could run. And however that shit go, I've been drinking. I apologize, but just know, yeah, Corinne, that bitch did that. I ain't mad at her. I still want to know who. Listen, if any of y'all have read Corinne's, while I'm waiting 2 more minutes to see if anybody will come up. If y'all know who Papa was in the book Superhead, who was Papa? Who was she talking about? Who was it? If y'all know who Papa was, if y'all ever read Superhead, because you know she never said who Papa was. But if y'all know who Papa was, let me know. Because for the life of me, I don't know who that was. I can't think of who I was. I don't know.
Girl, it's been so long since I read that book.
You
know what? I said it's been so long since I read that book. But now I have another question, right? So with everything that we have learned about her in the last week, right? Because we've learned a lot about this young lady in the last week, right?
I'm sorry.
So now, do we think that, of course, she getting arrested? Like that's just a given, right? Because they arrested the little white woman who was the runaway bride. They arrested her ass, and she did 18 months in jail.
Hell yeah.
For the same thing. So, I know she's gonna get arrested, right? But can you be a nurse with a record?
Hell no. My bad. I had to get a bottle of water. What? No, she cannot. Especially not, bitch, not this kind of goddamn record. Maybe if Well, I don't know any nurses with a record that I know of, and I've been in medical field for 23 years. I mean, I'm a medical assistant and a community health worker, but like I said, my best friend is right here. It's right here, Katrina. Yeah, I don't think you can have a record and be held. Even us as medical professionals, we can't have no record. So,
So you think she's gonna go over to OnlyFans?
she might as well. You know, I can put the bitch on the feet gang. You know what I'm saying? But she gonna, I charge her ass, cause bitch, and I stain that hoe too. Bitch, you had me out here lighting incense for you.
Because
you have to do something like that, because you can't work in the medical field with a record. But it's like she's finna be stripped of, like she's an AKA. She finna be stripped of that. So like that long-term legacy, and well, I don't know how it used to be back in the days. If you were part of certain sororities, fraternities, brotherhoods, and all that, you could, you were sort of, you had a leg up in certain things. But she's not going to be able to use that to her advantage. With her degree in psychology, how you gonna work with people with mental health issues, and you did something that's, we can't explain that, baby. Nobody just don't want to be associated with her at all. She's gonna have to write a book, sell some of that toilet paper, sell her story to Lifetime, to goddamn Mona Scott, something, Tyler Curry. She's gonna have to do something.
Like, I really want to know the reason behind it. Like, I don't even want to know what she was thinking. I just want to know the reason behind it, because I can't think, like, for the life of me. I'm like,
and I don't feel like it's fair, because I listen to some other YouTubers and things like that, and I know a lot of people have their opinions and things like that, but I don't think it's fair for people to say that us, as social media or whatnot, we don't have no right to have no opinion, and or not only that, it's none of our business and we should respect their privacy and this, that, and the other. You had everybody, like, there are people, you can go and search. There's people that were saying they didn't leave their house over the weekend that are from there. They were terrified. You have people from everywhere out thinking about you and really praying for you and really rallying for you. So it's only fair that you explain to these same people what the fuck actually happened, because that's not goddamn fair. Like this woman, Angela Harris, the woman that actually led the search for her, because as you know, her child was kidnapped and life was taken, so that was very near and dear and personal to her. And she was called, she said she got the phone call Friday morning, so somebody came to her. So she's out there, and you remember we watched the TikTok from her yesterday as well, and I said then, she's saying a lot without saying a lot. She was very careful about what she said. She said, regardless of what, this situation is, just know that there is a serious threat out there, and let this just be a lesson. People just need to be aware of things, regardless of this specific situation. Just please know that, you still need to be careful. You still need to watch your surroundings and things like that. So she knew it was some bullshit too. So it's like you owe the public an explanation as to why he was out here bullshitting.
You know what? I'll say this. Had something truly happened to her, right? I don't feel like she owes us an explanation if that was the case. I mean, outside of a description of the subject, of the person who did it, or, what you can tell us about the person who did it. Outside of that, if something really happened to her, I don't feel like we need anything outside of that. You know what I mean? Because that is a traumatic experience to people. So for the people who had truly been like taken and had truly had something happen to them, outside of, helping to get that person off of the street so they don't take nobody else, that's all I really expect from them. I don't need no details. But heffa, you lied. So, I mean, if you lying, go ahead and tell the story. I mean, to me, I don't understand the problem. If you're willing to lie, just go tell the story. I mean, you lied to everybody else.
You know what? Another thing. Oh, god damn! I forgot I was getting ready to say. what we had watched last night, what Trina said, after listening to y'all tonight and the clips, I would say it's going to be about a man. Can't see her doing this because of her cousin. One of the details that they had said, well, not one of the details, one of the rumors that they had said yesterday was supposedly, again, her ex-boyfriend said that, you know, they hadn't talked. She had him actually blocked from her social medias before all this happened. And as she's, you know, quote unquote abducted, she unblocked him from her social medias. So whether or not that's true or not, that makes sense because that's a rumor that's floating out there that could have something to, you know, may or may not do with it. Maybe she was trying to get his attention and she just didn't think this was going to blow up the way it did. And now she's trying to backpedal and pussy pop that thing and be like, oh shit. But again, you
Wait a
cannot.
minute. Wait a
What?
minute. All right, Auntie. Right now, listen, right? You gotta put your mind back to when you were like 23, 24, 25. No, I'm lying, because you still had common sense. Put your mind back to when you was like 16 and 17, right? Think about the person you was in high school. Put your mind back there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you have said, oh my gosh, the love of my life, my boyfriend, the person I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make sure that he loves me and never leaves me. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be abducted. And then when I magically appear, he's just going to be so happy. Was that the thought process? Was that like idiotic, like teenage, like this trauma is going to make him love me type thought process?
I don't want to say it's like a generational thing, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it's a generational thing. What is she, a millennial?
She's absolutely not. Absolutely
whatever the
not.
hell she is, a Gen X, a Gen B, a Gen Elementopia. That's whatever she is. She's like,
she's Z. She's one of those.
Kids nowadays, and I sound old saying this, but I'm gonna say this: these goddamn kids nowadays are so fucking dramatic. So yeah, I do believe she did the shit to be extra and extreme. And I've been crazy over nigga too, but bitch, not like that to fake I've been abducted. Now, if anything, I might lie to my mama that my battery on my phone died, or goddamn, I ran out of gas. Anything like that. Yes.
That's the craziest thing I've ever done.
I'm not even gonna lie. I would have lied some shit like that over a nigga back in the day. You know, it's pretty. She riding around in a BMW, Mercedes, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, I would have. Yes, I'm just saying, like, girl.
I mean, I faked a pregnancy before.
Bitch, she was better off, like what I said last night. Bitch, you've been better off saying you got abducted by aliens. I'd have believed that you got abducted by aliens. And I'm still hoping maybe somewhere, somehow, some glimmer of something, you gonna come out and say, look here, bitch, I got into it with this nigga. I went hollered at my homegirl. We got some shrooms. Y'all know I don't really fuck them shrooms like that. This shit got me going. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was on it. I was driving. I thought I seen a baby. Next thing you know, I woke up in Debo pigeon coop, sweating like a motherfucking runaway slave. Only person I could think to call was my goddamn mama. So shit, that's where I went to. I told my mama what happened, and she like, okay, boom, bang, bing. This is what happened. Like, come out. This is, girl. I'd be happy with that. Either you got abducted by fucking aliens or it was the shrooms. But over a nigga, we gonna fight barefoot in the street, bitch. From the photos on his Instagram, he's a very handsome, educated guy. So maybe she's just very in love with him. Probably. How the whole nigga leave me 9 months and the trauma it caused didn't equal to, baby, that whole ass part. Okay? Come on. In my teens, we ugly cried. Thank you. We ugly cried to some goddamn Mary J. Blige. We went up and got out a Black and Mild, and then we went to the goddamn Midtown Club or something. We ain't never faked no fucking abduction.
Yeah, listen, I faked the pregnancy, but I faked the pregnancy for abortion money.
You say what?
Yeah, I faked the pregnancy for abortion money. Don't judge me, judge your mama.
We never ran away.
Yeah.
Girl, let me tell y'all.
No.
The one time I did run away. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Listen, I was in junior high, so I had to be like 12, 13. Bitch, I stayed on the north side. I caught myself running away to the mall. To Highland Mall, bitch, to the mall, which was only like 3-4 miles away from my fucking house. Mama told me, you can't go to, and because I wanted to go with my friends, because I wanted to go see a little dusty, rusty, crusty, ugly ass nigga. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm finna get on the bus. Grandma mama made some hot dogs early that day. Why my stupid ass packed like 3 hot dogs in some foil paper? Because bitch, we wasn't having Ziploc bags like that back in the day. Bitch, I packed like 3 hot dogs. Like 3 hot dogs. I think I got, because I remember I had a drink. I remember I ate one of the hot dogs on the bus because I was like, I ain't got but like $5. I ain't gonna buy no pizza or nothing because I'm gonna need this $5 to ride on the bus. Girl, I got my ass to that goddamn mall, and I got there right before it closed because we was out there, chilling right before that bitch closed, and then everybody else, mom and daddy, coming to pick them up because my friends was there. I'm like, oh shit. They like, Mom, you need a ride home? I'm like, no, my mama coming. I'm like, shit, bitch, somebody mama gotta forget about their ass, so they got to stay out here with me. No, bitch, everybody mama them came. So, bitch ran out of hot dogs. I ain't have $5. I was like, fuck it, let me take my bitch ass home. Shit, it's cold any goddamn way. Hot my defeated ass back on goddamn Cat Metro bus. Why my mama petty goddamn ass, knowing good damn well I ran away. Bitch, I go back knocking on the door. And she let me sit out there for a minute. She left me out there for a minute. I'm like, Mama. She's like, hi, can't hear you. Hi. This woman ain't shit. Ain't shit, but I ain't never run away no goddamn more. I was hungry. And I ain't have $5, so I had to go back to the goddamn house. But bitch, that's what you do. You run away and you bring your ass home. You don't goddamn do no shit like that.
You had to do what you had to do.
Ran away with some hot dogs. And it was mad because she made like chili dogs, but I ain't had nowhere to put the chili at. I just had to be quick with the shit because my mama went into the bathroom. She went in the back for something. I was waiting for her to go to the bike. As soon as she went to the bike, I went to the front because the bus stop was right there. Girl, I stayed right over there by Dobie Middle School. It was a bus that was right there on Aberdeen. Bitch had me fucked up. I had to go see my little nigga. Little rusty ass motherfucker. But y'all, we finna get on up out of here. This has been a good discussion. We'll be back on Friday night. If anything else comes up, Friday about 7 o'clock, same time, same place. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all could be anywhere else kicking it, but you came here to kick it with me, and I appreciate you. If you're not following me on my socials, please do so, okay? You can find me there. There's a Cash App if you just feel so inclined. I damn sure appreciate that. Also, don't forget, this Sunday and every Sunday, 7:30 p.m., Real Queens Real Talk with a Gentleman's Perspective. We are here, and we just talking about all kind of shit from celebrity news, gossip, all that good stuff, okay? We finna get on up out of here. I appreciate y'all. We will see y'all next time. And y'all got anything else that y'all want to add? Just email me. realqueensrealtalk@gmail.com. See ya. And I will see you over in the Twitter space, babe. Bye.